Well, slurp-de-derp my wonderful G's, and today I'm just going to do a really small and quick, lovely little tutorial for current, because yeah, I'm still learning the synth, but I really like it. It's my favourite synth to play with at the moment, just because I like to have something new, and it's got some features that are different to Vital and Phase Plant. I still use Vital and Phase Plant all the time for my own productions, and I will continue to, but it's great to challenge myself with a new synth as well. And what I like about current specifically is the granular section, how it sounds, and also the effects section, the number of really crazy kind of presets and things that are in there, which really help to quickly get some really interesting results. So I've been making a bunch of presets recently. I was trying to pick which one I could do a tutorial on, and I couldn't quite decide, but because there's quite a few cool ones. But yeah, one of them was called, the one that I made yesterday, Crash the Casino, which sounds like this. I really like that. And then I also made another one yesterday, which I called Predatorial, because it sounds a little bit like the Predator sound effects. Also similar kind of to the bass in Mythos by Mephius and Inside Info, which is one of my favourite neurofunk tracks of all time. So maybe they both employ a bit of a similar technique for the sound design, but maybe I'll break down the Predatorial one for this tutorial. And so yeah, how I do my sound design in current is I firstly set up a default initial preset, like a default loading patch, where I basically have a sine wave as my oscillator 1, like a sub bass, so that's always ready to be the bass. And then I set up I set the FM over here to already be modulating from the granular generator, and then I basically have a lot of fun trying different granular samples at different speeds and feeding them through like a sub bass, like a sine wave, and then using the FM over here to just mash them together, So that's what I essentially did. So I've got, as you can see, and then I'll add in usually like another sub bass underneath. So the main oscillator is kind of like the one that's going to eventually create the tone and the mid bass, and then I'll reinforce it with another sub underneath. So the first oscillator, I've basically gone for it's essentially just an analog folded sine, but the position, I've changed the position to add some extra harmonics, and then I put the unison up to 3, so it's like it's a detuned sound now at 33%. Okay, let me turn off my effects for a moment. So that's how it just sounds starting off. All right, and then I run that into a granular generator. I run a granular generator alongside it, and here's what I'm all just using the sounds that it comes with. So there's a sound here in one of the folders called Wood Click, and it sounds like this. And I just toy with the position amount. That's where it sort of starts. And the speed here, changing the speed a little bit. So it's sort of repeating a little bit in time with the beat, If I play it with the beat, that might help. Okay, so it kind of matches the speed of the drums, so that's quite useful. And yeah, as you can see here, I've got the FM already on. So without it, you just got a kind of clean wood click. Bringing it up, it's providing a nice little bit of distortion. So the wavetable and the granular generator are now multiplying with each other, which is great. And then that's basically how I do that part. And then, like I said, I actually I then put in another fresh sub bass in underneath it. So it's another sine wave at -2 again, And I turn up the knock, so it gives it a little punch at the start. Turn up the drive a bit as well, so it also distorts the sine wave just a little bit. It's going to sound much better when I turn the effects on, don't worry. But we're just getting the ingredients ready. So a nice, wide sine wave with granular effect frequency modulated into it, and then a fat sub bass underneath it all again. And then I also put in a little bit of vinyl texture as well. Yeah, it's quite loud in this part, but that'll sort of change once I put the effects on. I just turned the pitch down a bit, but yeah, it's the vinyl texture that comes within current. And then I make sure to have the mono on here and the glide and the legato, so that when I have my pitch changes, it glides up naturally and keeps the rhythm. Okay, so that's all the ingredients, and then then let's run it all through into the effects. And so I basically just messed around with a few preset ideas and then tweaked them, but essentially what I came up with was this overall sound in the end. Okay, which is really, really cool. And if I just go to the ripple phaser first. So this has just got a little already preset on called Toggle It, and it just creates a shape and then it just switches up and down on like, I believe it's matched to the grid, like every bar or so. And the wet is up really high, so it's really like taking over this effect. It's really changing the whole sound quite a lot, so it's like massively being the priority in the sort of sound design process, this particular effect, but it's got its own unique flavor, the ripple phaser. Sometimes it's really overwhelming and doesn't work well, but for some sounds it's great. Gives it like a bit of a vocal kind of texture, and it sort of tamed a lot of the noise in the high end, because it's obviously taken a lot of noise out. But now we're gonna like re-enhance it a bit more again. So I've got the polar distortion, just adding some extra grit, and it brings some of the highs back up. And you can shift through the presets here always. There's one called Brighten Up, which is really, really nice. It just gives a nice clean sort of high-end boost. The flex chorus I've then used just a little bit, adding a natural width onto everything. Then I've done a morph EQ where I've just boosted the high end a little bit more because we took a lot out with the ripple phaser, so I'm reintroducing a bit more. And then just a bit of reverb at the end. It's like only a few percent just to give it like a natural finish. But yeah, that's then the overall finished Predatorial preset, which I like. I might do some more modulations with it and create some macros for it. I haven't got that far yet. I'm still relatively new in current, but I'm building a preset pack anyway. But it's going to be a little while longer until I've released it. I wanted to try and release it for Christmas, but I've not been able to get enough time to make enough patches yet, so I'm only halfway through still. So probably it'd be in January. But my first current pack is going to come out then. But I'm just really making some, really, really cool sounds that I've never been able to make similar kind of things with Vital or Phase Plant before. So I'm just taking my time with it and making sure that every preset I pick for the pack is going to be a good one, So that's why I need a bit more time. But yeah, this one will make the cut, I think, once I've tweaked it and made some macros, as I really like the way it kind of works in a drum and bass context. It's got this like natural call and response built in that came from the ripple phaser effect, so I love that. And but that's kind of my sort of formula that I'm going with at the moment, which you can sort of copy along with. And it's quite simple really. It's basically taking like a sine wave and then putting on some granular effects, running it through in the FM, and then just like flicking between the different granular sounds, trying different speeds out, And then, yeah, playing with the tonality of the oscillator as well, creating a nice combo out of those two sound sources, and then reinforcing it all with a sub bass again underneath. Perhaps a little bit of high-end texture as well to finish the high end off in the sample section. And then, yeah, roll over to the effects section. Just go crazy with the presets because there's so many good ones in there. You can randomize yourself something lucky, you know? And then, so I find something that I feel is in the right direction, and then I'll go in and tweak the individual effects, maybe take one out if I have to, maybe add another one in if I have to. But it's great to have that kind of folder already there of ideas, something that you don't really get, I don't think, in Vital or Phase Plant, like preloaded effects, which is quite cool because you can chance upon some sounds quite easily. To be honest, I'm not going to lie, it has made life a bit easier. But yes, we're just enjoying music, aren't we? So yeah, that's how I'm doing my sound design at the moment in Current, and I'm really enjoying it. And I'll keep you updated when the preset pack is out. I might do a few more tutorials with Current until then if you guys want, if you like them. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like and subscribe, leave a comment down below. It can be something else Mixdown related as well, any questions, and I'll make videos to answer all your queries, no problemo. My G's, have a great Christmas. More from me very soon. Much love.